see this. Okay. First time sex. And I've tried to convey this anytime healthy, undamaged girls are not going to reveal their hammer me daddy, inner whore the first time you bang. It's all she has left of her anti-slut last stand defense at this point. You, on the other hand, better give it everything you got. So, guys, when you're with a girl, it's going to take her, unless there's damage, unless there's some kind of weird thing going on, you're not going to get her unfettered, unbridled performance the first time, second time, maybe even third time. She's going to ramp it up physically when you're having sex. But on the first go round, girls will tend to hold back. They don't want you to kind of like see their inner slutitude. Again, and a lot of guys will judge a girl on her first time, like, if she's too good, if she's too aggressive, if she's too skilled, if she's too easygoing. So girls have learned through trial and error to hold back. You're not going to see her best performance. She can be enthusiastic, but she won't be as enthusiastic as she can be. So just know that girls don't always bring their best to the first couple of meetups when it comes to sex. They're going to have to hold that back because it's the last thing they have. They can't show you everything they're more than open to do. It takes a little bit of time. But you, on the other hand, have to give it everything you got, physically, mentally. And I put this in another tweet. Like, I don't care if you have your 7 drinks into it, you played, 2 games of softball, you worked out, you ran a half marathon all the day before, and you have to be up at 4 a.m. to go to work tomorrow morning. And now it's 3 a.m. So you have to close, and you have to close hard that first time as hard as you can, because you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And guys have fucked this up before. They're like, well, I was tired, or yeah, I just didn't feel it. Or it was like the second girl I banged that day, so I wasn't quite my, best self. But it matters. It matters. That first impression is going to be the one foundational thing that kind of like brings her back the second time. Because if you want to build up that rotation, you're going to have to be good enough to get them back in the second time. So be willing to kind of like, for a sports analogy, leave it all on the field. Everything you got, you put in that first time sex, and then go from there. That's how you do it. You have to realize too, and don't judge a girl right off the bat, because girls will hold back. If you've been around her for a few weeks or a month, and you're still getting kind of like not the best that you could hope for, or she's just not that interested or interesting, then that's probably how she's wired. That may be her attitude towards sex. That may be her upbringing, her environment, her genetics. And you don't have a lot of control over that. But the first few times, if you're kind of like, well, she's kind of holding back, that's okay, because that's normal. While you, on the other hand, have to lay it on the line. You have to give everything you got, and leave her with a memorable experience. And just like we always say, you want to lock them in, you want to have sex 3 or 4 times that first 6 or 7 days, and then you can cut it back to like once a week. Go back to the once a week meet up, and that gives them time to think about you. But you have to lock them in sexually. Just know, and don't be disappointed, healthy, undamaged girls are not going to reveal their hammer me daddy inner whore the first time you bang. Just don't expect a porn star experience that first time, because girls know that you're, consciously or unconsciously, you'll judge them. It's all she has left of her anti-slut last stand defense at this point. She's already banging you on the first date. She's already got that concern that you'll pass judgment for her, like giving it up so quick, like within 3 to 4 hours of meeting you. And that's okay. So in a way, you kind of have to reassure by not, questioning anything. You just kind of go with the flow and give it everything you got. because you, on the other hand, better give it everything you got. We always, like we say, fuck her like it's her last fuck and yours. Always keep that in mind. So that's the first time sex, and it helps you kind of offset if you're like a little disappointed, she's like a little lukewarm or doesn't move well. Any of these things, it may be simply the first time, second time. Girls will hold back so as to not reveal their true level of experience, which is good and bad depending on how you look at it. So let's see.